Hey guys, welcome back to another plan with me. This week I'm planning from June 6th to the 12th, and I'm using this kit from Whimsical Plans. I believe it's just called New York City, and this kit was perfect for this week because I did go to New York, but it wasn't fall. And in my experience, I've pretty much only found New York City kits that are fall themed. Let me know if you have sort of had the same experience or holiday themed, like Christmas themed, but I haven't been able to find any that were either like a warmer season or just New York City, no time of year, like could be used as an anytime kit until I saw this. And so I had to pick it up. I thought it was so perfect. It's lovely. I think it's like the full boxes are so pretty, especially that one I put in the top left corner of the row homes and the taxis. I love that image. But I did purchase this kit before getting into this planner, and I didn't get glitter headers. So I fortunately had these all gold glitter headers that I had received as a freebie from a shop, and I thought it worked perfectly. I just, there's like the yellow taxi gold in this kit, and so I don't know. I think it looks really good, and I'm happy with it. I did have like a teal glitter header set that matched perfectly as well, but I couldn't find like the perfect either charcoal or red, and I'm glad I went with all gold. I think it just looks way more cohesive. But this is a spread that I did on that day where I did 3 spreads and I didn't really like any of them. I do like this one more than the first 2 I did that day, but again, I'm just not super happy with how I used this kit, and it's unfortunate because it's such a beautiful kit. But I did get a mini kit, so, not a lot to work with, and I sort of struggled picking out of my stash of leftovers. I'm not really sure why. I think I was just I don't know, I wanted to plan. I was in the mood to plan, but not in the mood to put in the extra effort to search for every single label. I just sort of wanted to get it done with minimal effort. Looking back, I do wish that I had left out the red and just done a full yellow, charcoal, turquoise, teal theme. I think I would have liked that a lot more, even though there are pops of red in some of the full boxes, so it does tie in. I don't know. Just looking at it now, I think I would have liked it a little bit more, but I do like having red in kits because it does give me the excuse to pull in some red icons and functional deco, so I was able to do that. But anyway, moving on and getting into the day by day, starting with Monday. The first thing I marked with a work label and this little bed from, I want to say Stella Bow Sticker Co., but I'm not 100% sure. I marked that I slept in with a little thing and an icon from the kit. I marked that I worked with a half box and this sad emoji from the Coffee Monsters Co. I marked that I just couldn't do anything right. I've been feeling a lot like this around this time. I'm feeling a little better now, at least about this. I'm very depressed, and I do feel like my life is slowly going down the toilet, but I do feel like I'm making fewer stupid mistakes lately. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm just more alert or something, but yeah, I don't even know what I was referring to this day. How about that? But it was important enough for me to mark in my notes, so now it's in my planner. Under that, with a flag, I marked that I had some drinks, probably feeling sorry for myself. Not the best time to drink, but I wanted to relax, so I used this little drinking emoji to mark that. Whew, sorry I'm out of breath. I don't know. I'm feeling a little ill, but we're going to move on. With a half box and this Fox and Pip sticker of a couple watching TV, I marked that we watched Saturday Night Live and Candy, the show with Jessica Biel. I love Jessica Biel now. I used to think she was just sort of just pretty, but I have been loving her, her season of The Sinner, perfection, and I thought she was great in Candy. So yeah, anyway, again, out of breath, sorry, not sure why. Moving on to Tuesday. The first thing I marked with a half box and this pumpkin paper Kotera in a little outfit was I had to get my dress hemmed that I was wearing to the first wedding of many this year. This was like the fanciest wedding, and I felt like I should be wearing a full-length dress, but I am very short. I'm only 5'2" and a half. So I pretty much have to get anything that isn't a mini dress hemmed. Like even if it's midi, it's going to like hit me in an unflattering spot. So I had to get my dress hemmed with a little thing and an icon from the kit. I marked that I went to Aldi and Dollar Tree with a fancy label and a sweating emoji. I marked that the water heater was leaking when I got home, which was a very unpleasant surprise. And Joe came over and he checked it out and he had to turn it off because, like, you know, it was constantly leaking. Ended up finding out that we needed a brand new one. But yeah, that was just like not exactly what I was looking for in my life. Sorry if you can hear the sirens outside. With a little thing and a TV from Carly Plans, I marked that we watched Candy. Then I took a nap, which I marked with a little thing and this Coffee Monsters Co. making the bed sticker. Jesus. Ambiance. Then with a work sticker and this Nike sneaker from Piper Paper Plans, I think. I went for a walk, or we went for a walk with a little thing and this umbrella from Stella Bow Sticker Co. I marked it rained. Then with a little thing and this is leftover deco from a kit. I marked that we walked to two different, so, I mean, say what you will about this, but we both got rewards on the Wawa app for free juices. So we both got one juice at one Wawa and then walked the 2 minutes to the other Wawa and got two more juices. It cheered me up. I was not in a good mood, and we just tasted them and then like saved them for a while and just took little sips off them because neither one of us really drink a lot of juice just because we get enough like sugar in our diets without drinking juice, but they were really tasty. They were all different types of lemonade, like the Wawa brand. So yeah, we did that, and yeah, I don't know. We probably watched more TV after that, but I didn't mark it. Oh, sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't catch my breath. I should probably scrap this, but I'm not gonna. Moving on to Wednesday, the first thing I marked with a little thing and an icon from the kit was that I worked. Then with a quarter box and this emoji handyman little guy, I marked that the water heater guy stopped by. He didn't fix it this day, but he just came to see like what was up and if he like needed parts or if we needed an entire new like system, you know. He was very nice, was in and out in like 2 minutes, so it wasn't a big deal. With a little thing and another Carly Plans TV, I marked that I watched Sharp Objects. I had previously tried watching this show because I loved the book, but I hated the show. I thought it was so boring. I wasn't in love with, I believe it was Amy Adams. Yeah. I wasn't in love with her as the main character. I just was not in love with it in general. But I wanted to try again just because I needed a show that I could watch without Joe, and he hated this show. He had like no interest. So I did watch it all the way through. Still not like obsessed, but it was okay. With a little thing and an olive pumping iron from, I don't know why I always say pumping iron, like I pump iron. Lifting weights from Olive Studio. I marked that I did cardio with a it's smaller than a quarter box, but with this little label and a munchkin in the shower. I marked that I had to take a cold shower, so I took a very brief shower because, you know, no hot water. With a fancy label and these munchkins out to dinner. We didn't go out, but we got Boston Market, buy one, get one free, and brought it back and ate it. And then the last thing on Wednesday with a flag and these munchkins in front of the TV, I marked that we finished watching Candy this day. Moving on to Thursday, the first thing I marked with a work label and a clock icon from the kit. I was up before 9, which, again, very rare for me. With a squared off box and this munchkin head, I marked that I rushed home for the repairs on the water heater. Even though my roommate was home, I don't remember why I wanted to be home too. There was a reason, unless she was out of town, but I think she was home. But I rushed, oh yeah, she was home. So I rushed home, but then they were late. So that kind of annoyed me because I got up early, but it's fine. It wasn't a big deal. With a little thing and a munchkin head from a freebie, I marked that I finally got my Target refund. Long story short is they were giving me a hard time. Like, not a hard time, but they were making me jump through hoops to get, a package was either stolen or lost, and I had ordered 3 things, and they were, like, giving me my refund, like, for one thing, then I'd have to call back, and they'd refund another thing, and then I'd have to call back, and they'd refund another thing, and finally, I, like, got it all squared away. I've been very rarely ordering online. I've been just doing like pickup or just going in the store myself because the packages getting stolen or not delivered in my area is insane. And I'm nervous that it's going to be harder and harder to get my refunds. Like, I don't want them to think I'm lying, you know? So this was pretty like stressful. With an appointment label and a dentist emoji, I marked that I rushed to the dentist to get my fillings. I don't have any new cavities, which is really nice, but I do have super old fillings, and he said that 2 of them needed to be replaced because they were like leaking. I'm not really sure, he basically said like they don't last forever, so I had to get those replaced. With this checklist and a Target bag from Scribble Prints Co. I marked that I went to Target, Michael's, and Ulta. I don't love how I did this. I kind of wish I didn't do the whole 3-heart checklist. I see other people do it in their plan with me's, and it looks really cute. I think it looks stupid in mine, but it's okay. It could be worse. With a little thing and a car icon, I marked that this one homeless guy who was begging in the street threw his drink at my car and screamed at me, just because I was there at the red light. Love it. With a fancy label and a Carly Plans TV, I marked that I finished Sharp Objects. With a squared off box and this emoji eating ice cream, I marked that my boyfriend and I went to, he got invited to an Insomnia cookie ice cream tasting. They were coming out with new ice cream flavors, or like finally selling ice cream. I can't remember. And I don't know how he got an invite, but we got to go and it was really cool. They have like this secret back room in the South Philly location, and they brought us back there. We tasted a bunch of different ice creams, and then we got coupons for free milkshakes. So it was a pretty cool experience. With a work label and a little shoe, I marked that we went for a walk. And then the final thing on Thursday with this quarter box and these tools from my friend Ilza at Ilza's Melted Plans, I marked that we organized Joe's tools in his basement. Moving on to Friday, the first thing I marked with a paperclip icon from the kit and a little thing was that I had to work. With another little thing and an olive lifting weights, I marked that I did my workout. With an appointment label and this angry munchkin head, I marked that we were getting ants in the laundry room. Like, I don't know if it was related to the water heater being replaced, but after all of that going on, we were getting ants in that room. And I don't know if they I don't know. It was just, I was just like, oh, super, great. Another fun thing for me to deal with. With a little thing and this munchkin running late. I love this sticker, and this was my last one, and I need more. I think it's on like a sheet with multiple different kinds of munchkins, but I just want this one running and screaming. But I marked that I was running late to meet my boyfriend, so I didn't have time to eat dinner. So on the way, we got McDonald's, and I just marked that with this munchkin holding all of the things and a little thing. Then with a quarter box and these D&D emojis, I marked that we did an escape room with some friends. I'm really glad we did it. It was really fun. I, at first, didn't want to do it because we needed to drive to New York City this night, and this was south of us, and New York is north. So we drove like 45 minutes in the wrong direction, but I'm so glad we went because it was worth it. Then with a quarter box and this car from Planting Roses, I marked that we drove to New York City, and we got in super, super late, and we found a parking spot. I have no idea how it only took us about 10 minutes to find parking, which is unheard of. And right after we got out of our car, a guy pulled up and asked if we were coming or going. So we snagged that like last parking spot before that guy showed up. He was really nice. He was like, oh, no problem. But still, got very lucky. Moving on to Saturday, the first thing I marked with a little thing and this back pain munchkin was that, so we were staying at Joe's sister's place in New York, and I opened her fridge to get a Red Bull out, and there, like, one of the shelves on their doors is broken, like the plastic is broken, but obviously I don't know that because I don't live there. So once I opened it, it just slid out, and it had a thing, like a glass jar of hot sauce, which fell on my foot, and it really fucking hurt. So that was lovely. Then with a little thing and a baking emoji, I marked that we baked cupcakes because the whole point we were in New York City of us in New York City was to babysit Joe's niece and nephew, and they were actually at their nanny's house, and we were going to pick them up, but we wanted, or not we, I'm very lazy when it comes to this stuff. I'm like, less is more, but Joe wanted to have an activity for them, so we brought like sprinkles and frosting so that they could decorate their own cupcakes. So we made the cupcakes before they showed up. He at first was like, shouldn't we bake with them? And I was like, trust me, you don't want to bake with them. And he was like, yeah, you're right. Thank God we just made them ahead of time. Then we drove to Brooklyn to pick up the kids, and I just used this little bow label and another Planning Roses card to mark that. And then it took Joe over an hour to find a parking spot. He dropped me and the kids off because they had to pee, but yeah, it took him over an hour to find a parking spot. It's no joke out there. With a little thing and a little kid munchkin, I marked that we got the kids. Then with an appointment label and this pizza emoji, I marked that we walked to a pizza place to get pizza. It was pretty good. Definitely not my favorite pizza, but when you have a sleeping 3-year-old in a stroller and a 5-year-old that you're dragging around, whatever's walkable and not $100 is what you're going to do. With a work label and this Watch the Sunset sticker, which doesn't really go, but I've had this sticker forever, and I saw in my notes that I wrote that we like watched the most beautiful sunset because they live in Battery Park, which like we're right near the water, so it was beautiful. With a fancy label and these emojis watching TV together, I marked that we watched the movie Home, which was pretty cute. It's like a alien kids movie. It wasn't too bad. Definitely better than some of the stuff I've suffered through with kids. Moving on to Sunday, the first thing I marked with a little thing and this nightmare munchkin was that I had very realistic nightmares, which really freaked me out. Lots of stress dreams. With an appointment label and I want to say this is Sticky Perks, this little breakfast sticker. I marked that Joe made waffles, like fresh ones, not, well, I mean, if you call like Bisquick fresh, but we made waffles. He made waffles. They were good. With a little thing and this munchkin staring outside, I marked that I was going stir crazy because all I wanted to do was walk around New York City, but we were stuck in this tiny apartment with 2 kids. So I was like losing my mind, and all that the 5-year-old wanted to do was watch Power Rangers. So I was about to like shoot myself because I hate Power Rangers. Sorry if you love it. It drives me to just like jump out a window. Under that, with a little thing and this emoji holding a bucket and pail. Bucket and pail are the same thing. Anyway, we took them to the closest park that was basically a giant sandbox, which neither one of us was excited about because I'm not about to get sand in my shoes to play with kids. So I just watched. Joe's a sucker though, so they got him to play with them. And then under that, with this pajama munchkin and another one of these bow labels, I marked that the 3-year-old and I took a nap together, which was lovely. Then with the fancy label and this sushi sticker, I can't remember where it's from. I want to say Paper Crown Prince. Joe's sister came back from the airport. She and her husband were in Europe, and she got us sushi. Then with a work label and this suitcase sticker from Carly Plans, I marked that Joe's sister lent me the most beautiful dress to wear to the wedding in Austin. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to wear it because my torso was too short, and obviously I can't get somebody else's dress fitted. So it was so flattering and beautiful and like the most stunning thing I could have ever worn, but I'm too short. So, and I have a very short torso, so it just didn't work. But it was so nice of her to lend that to me, and she lent me like this beautiful designer purse. So it was nice. I made out nice. With a quarter box and another Planning Roses sticker, I marked that we finally headed back to Philly. And as far as my sidebar goes, I marked with this rushing around pumpkin paper Kotera that it was just another very busy week with like getting my dress fitted, the water heater, the escape room, and going to New York City for the weekend. It was just very busy. And then I marked that we babysat in NYC with these little munchkins. So yeah, that was everything for this week. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, that's it. The next spread, I do really like how it turned out. So yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think of this one. Let me know what you think about the red. I'm just not in love with it. It's okay. And this is a beautiful kit. Again, nothing against the kit. This is on me. But anyway, that is it. I will see you in the next one.